Hello, my name's James Crabb. I'm very much looking forward to the Victorian tour with ACO2. That's very easy. My father was a self-taught accordion player and played at home every evening, and I saw him doing that, so I wanted to do it as well. So at the age of 4 I got an accordion for my birthday, and since then I've been playing accordions. We have to remember, of course, that the accordion has its roots in folk music, and that's where a lot of people, of course, associate the instrument. So often it's a question of breaking down barriers, and the only way to do that is to get out and perform. They need to hear what it is, why it's different, and so on. And when you play a piece by Bach on the classical accordion, then I think people understand, okay, that's what's possible. Well, the accordion basically developed around the 1950s, the classical accordion, and it's only really since then that composers started to take the instrument seriously and write for it. So the repertoire was very sparse, in the 60s and 70s. Since then, of course, a growing number of composers have written for the instrument, and now today, most of the leading composers will have already written for the instrument, whether concertos or solo works or chamber music. So now there is an abundance of repertoire, but of course, we still don't have the same amount of repertoire as a violin or a piano has. They've had a few centuries, we've only had 70 years. But it's growing very, very fast, yes. I can't really remember. I have been caught a couple of times, where I had to really think hard to formulate an answer, which was, but I guess often something like how heavy is it, or how much does it cost, and when I tell them, like, well, you can buy a pretty nice car for the price of this, and it's like, wow. But I mean, the idea of all this, of course, introducing an instrument is to hopefully inspire children to maybe take up an instrument, or just to see how fun it can be. It's not just a serious thing of having to master an instrument, but there's a lot of fun involved as well. And we're completely normal people, who play instruments. We're not magicians, or we're not sent from another planet. Children have said, what is it you do with your chin? Because they see that I do this. And often they think it's a bad habit, but of course, what it is, it's exactly the same as I have here. I have a few on the top here, which I can change while I'm playing, if I don't have time to change here. I think everybody knows that theme from a Hollywood film, or maybe from Piazzolla himself. Okay, so this is a little bit of the beautiful second movement of the Vivaldi concerto for organ, violin and strings, without the violin and the strings. So that gives you an idea of some of the repertoire I'm going to be playing with the orchestra. It's about as varied as it could be, and of course there'll be a little bit of introduction to the music as well, so the audience really know everything about myself, the instrument, and the composers that we're performing.